everyone, welcome to another video on the channel. Today is my June reading journal setup in my 𝓤𝓽𝓮𝓮, and I am really excited about the fact that we've gotten to the halfway mark of this year and I still have a lot of pages left in this book. It is one of the larger 𝓤𝓽𝓮𝓮 bullet journals, so it has 198 pages, and I'm definitely not utilizing it as well as I could be, so I'm going to try and change things up from July onwards. I'm actually changing a couple of things in this setup as well. The beauty of this system is that if something's not working for you, you can always change things around and make it your way. So I'm definitely going to try and do that and see how it goes with this new layout. A lot of people have been talking about one thing that I keep doing every month and wondering why, and that's the actual thing that I'm changing. We'll get to that very soon. June is my birthday month, and so I have gravitated back to one of my favourite paper packs that I've brought this year, which is the Pale Garden paper pack from Crafter's Choice. I used it in my April setup, and I've also been using a page of it for my background on Instagram, and so I'm really enjoying this paper pack, and I brought it out because I really liked these little cards. They were all different sizes, different watercolors, and it was just really pretty, so I decided to use it in this month again. And I saw the little saying that said "Hello darling," and I just wrote "favorite" in there. So that's my little quote for the month from is it A Court of Mist and Fury, where he says "Hello favorite darling"? I think so, Reese. So yeah, I've done that for my quote, and we're moving on straight in to the monthly view. So as you can see, I am not making the boxes as large as I normally do because this is where I'm changing things up. A lot of people would ask me why I had the large calendar with two different sections in the same day, and that was, the bottom half was for social media posts and the top half was tracking what I was reading every day. I've decided to break them apart this month and see if that works for me better. I've also included the days read into the calendar itself with those little boxes. So sorry, it should be books read, not days read. How many books I read that day. That little box will be coloured in with the colour code of the month. Yes, I have gravitated back to pinks and purples. I am not sure why I end up with these colours all the time. They're not even my favourite colours, so I'm definitely going to make sure that in July I use another colour set or a colour palette that I have not used this month. Let me know down below if you've been following and seeing all the setups I've been doing, what colours you would love to see the most from me, and I will try and see if I can make that work. So as you can see, I'm just setting up the little colour codes now for the calendar. The circles at the top represent the type of books that I'm reading. I don't listen to audiobooks, so I only need physical and ebook, and then these little squares here are indicating how many books I've read that day and what colour I'm going to put into those tiny little squares in each box for the day. So hopefully this will be less confusing when people are watching the video. It definitely wasn't confusing for me in the past, but I did see that it kind of got a little bit messy as the months went by, and so I'm going to try and break them apart and see how that goes. You'll notice that I have also removed the stats part from this monthly view, and that is because I've added it in at the end. So I'll get to that when we get there. I'm sorry that a lot of the video is sort of cut off when I was working on the paper and sticking it in. I was using my double-sided tape roll, and honestly it's great, but I spend so much time picking at the backings to try and get them off that I just ended up cutting that off camera. So it is a little bit jumpy, and I do apologize for that, but hopefully I'll be able to get a glue tape dispenser rather than using double-sided tape soon and change that. As you can see, I've put a little pink border around my birthday. I'm not trying to put that out there for the world. I just enjoy my birthday and like to make a little bit of a fuss for myself because I work really hard. I look after a lot of people, and they tend to be the first point of view of my life. I don't put myself first enough, so on my birthday I like to treat myself and make myself feel good. So I always make a big deal about pointing it out wherever I am in my books, in my bullet journals, and pretty much anywhere. Most people know when it's my birthday. It's not for anyone else, it's just for me. I like to do that for myself. As you can see, the TBR page is slightly different this month as well, because I'm not going to be doing the TBR jar prompts. I'm taking a month off and just choosing books that I want to read over this month of June. Again, because it's my birthday and I just want to have a little bit of a break from feeling the pressure of having a set in stone TBR and having prompts to meet. I did struggle over May as a reader overall, because I was just so hectic, but also because some of the prompts didn't work out for me. So I will be picking up a punishment in July, but for now I'm just going to use 10 books. You'll actually see that there's 11 on the list when you see the final flip through, because one of the books I put down isn't actually out until the end of June, and I didn't realise that. I thought it was at the start of June, and I just don't see myself getting to it by the end of the month, so I decided that I would just change that out and put an extra book on at the end. Otherwise, I'm really excited for the buddy reads that I have over June. We've got one set in stone. I've got a couple of ideas for the other two, so hopefully it'll be a nice buddy reading month with my friends on Instagram. If you don't already follow me there, the links to my Instagram and my other social media accounts will be in the description below, along with everything that I've used today in this setup. So the reading log is staying the same. I really do like the table setup that I have made over the last couple of months. It's working out really well. That stencil that you can see on the screen right now is the font of the month as well. I just ran out of time to figure a font out that I wanted to use and just used the stencil pack instead. I think it looks really pretty with the colours and the black outline. Anyway, the table's working really well. It fits 20 books on it, and this month I didn't get to 20. I definitely won't be. I think it's 16 that I'm at the moment, and so I have left a gap on the next page that you'll see, just in case in June I go over 20 books. Generally I average around 18 to 22 books a month, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But I will be changing this up in July, just the way that I've set up this last page. I want to have the stats page on a 2-page spread rather than just on this one. And I'm actually unimpressed with how I've set up the stats page, so if you see at the end of June when I do my monthly wrap up video and check everything off that this page has changed, it's probably because I really enjoyed how I've set up for the end of May and wanted to put it in at the end of June as well. But for now, this is what I've done. I did this first and then decided I hated it, so this is how I'm ending it today, with this little page. I really do hope that you enjoy setting up for the month of June. If you have a bullet journal, are you excited that you've reached 6 months of reading? I definitely am. I hit my 100 books goal, I think about a week ago, and I definitely am that's my halfway goal for my Goodreads challenge. I didn't think that I would get that far, especially when it was only May when I finished that off. So I definitely think that I'll get to 200 books by the end of the year, and hopefully June will be a better month for reading, because whilst I've read some amazing books this month, I've also had a really big slump and not enjoyed myself. So I'm hopeful, with time settling down over June, now that my best friend's back from her holiday. That was one of the stressful moments for me. Things will slowly ease out. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today and checking out my June bullet journal setup for my reading journal. I love this book so much, and I cannot wait to do a 6-month flip through with you all in the middle of June. Let's see how that's looking together. I don't know what date I'll put it up, but I'll definitely be doing it and sharing that with you all in the middle of the month. Thank you so much again. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and stay safe everyone. Bye!